Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Synced Up Design's Equipment Academy. My name is Kyle, and today we're going to be taking our regular flag drop spins exercise and amplifying it by adding some body responsibilities to it. Before we get into all that, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that bell icon so you can always stay up to date with us. And with that taken care of, let's go add our body to our spins exercise. So I want you to recall back to what we learned in our basic drop spin exercise on flag, because all of the basic concepts, technique, and the overall transition between both sides will remain the same. The only thing that's a little bit different is we're gonna change the sequence just a tiny bit, and we're gonna be adding body to it. So for the sequence specifically, each side is gonna have a total of 10 eights before we do our transition and then move to the other side. Within those 10 eights, we'll be doing spins, but we'll also be doing body contributions, which include plie roll-throughs, lunges, and box steps. I'll go into more detail of what each of those are in a little bit, but just so you can understand the sequence. We have 10 eights with a transition in the other side and body included in those eights. So to start off this exercise, we're actually going to be in a first position turned out, and we'll start in our right center position with our flag. For the beginning of both sides, we're going to start with 8 regular spins, no body, just to get us moving into the drop spins as we go through. Once we finish those 8 regular spins, or 8 counts worth of regular spins, we're going to do plie roll-throughs. First, you're going to do it in first position. You're going to start with a demi-plie. You're going to roll onto your releve while still keeping your legs bent. Extend to a straight leg, keeping your feet in releve, and then flattening out. That's the first half of the roll through. So plie, releve, extend, back down. Once you do that, you're gonna reverse it by first going up into the releve, finding a plie, keeping your feet in releve, pressing those heels down to find your demi-plie, and then straighten your legs back up. So we have rolling through the first direction, and then we reverse it as we go through. And that'll be a total of 2 eights. You continue to do your spins while you do that. And each of the segments, the plie to the releve, so on and so forth, take 2 counts. So it'll look like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reverse it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Once you finish that, the side that you're working, which currently is going to be our right side right now, you're going to take that same foot and you're going to step out into second position on the next 8. This leads you directly into the same plie roll-throughs, but in second position. So you'll do the same process, but just in the second position plie. So a quick demo of what that looks like with the flag. We just finished our 8 spins, regular spins at the beginning. We go into our plie roll-throughs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reverse it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're working the right side, so step out with that right foot to go directly into your next plie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reversing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, straighten back up. And when you finish that last roll through in second position, you're gonna keep your feet in second going into the next portion of the body spins. So now that we've finished our plie portion, we're gonna move into our lunges. And it's the same idea as the plies in the sense that we're gonna be rolling through our lunges, but just a little bit different. So we start in that second position that we just finished off with in our plies. And the first thing we're gonna do is go into a lunge on the side that we're working. So I'm doing my right side, which means I'm gonna lunge towards that right leg. And a lunge essentially is just one leg is bent, one leg stays straight. For this one, we have both of our legs turned out and my hips are still flat to the front. I hit here 1, 2. From here, I'm gonna move into a plie in the center by bending the leg that's currently straight. 3, 4. After I hit this plie position, I'm gonna extend the opposite leg that we started off with to hit my opposite lunge. 5, 6. And then I'm gonna finish it out by straightening that last leg to get back into my second position. 7, 8. So I essentially went to my right lunge, went through the center, extended to my left lunge, and then straightened back up into the center. From here, we're gonna reverse it for the next 8. We'll go to the left side first, which is the opposite side of the spins we're doing. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And so that'll be the next 2 eights of this sequence. The only other small detail we're gonna add is where our head is looking. So as we do our lunges, you want your head to face away from the leg that you're lunging towards. So if I'm going to my right lunge, I'm gonna look up and over my left shoulder to look away from this base leg here. When I go into my plie, I'm just gonna give a soft lowering of my head, not fully looking over towards the ground, but just slightly bring that head down to where it's looking down towards the floor, kind of at the 45-degree angle. Then I move into my other lunge, again looking away from the leg I'm lunging towards, and then I bring my head back to neutral when I get back to straight legs. And then we reverse that when we go the other direction, looking down on the plie, looking away from the lunge, and then back to neutral as we go through. So a quick demo of what this looks like. We just finished our plie roll-throughs. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When you finish that last lunge, you went from the left side to the right side to finish that last lunge. Instead of finishing in second position, I am gonna push off of that right leg to find tendu and close to first on count 8. So just a quick demo of what this last part looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So again, pushing on count 7 to find tendu, closing count 8, so we're in a first position to start the next portion. And then the last section that we're going to be covering in this body portion is going to be our box steps. So I'm going to set my flag off to the side right now, and we're going to focus on what the feet do specifically. Essentially, a box step is you traveling in a certain pathway that creates a sort of a box shape. You're going to be traveling to the side, to the back, to the side, to the front, and then you reverse it. Back, side, front, side. I'll go in more detail about that in a second, but that's the general idea. We just pushed off of this right leg when we finished the lunges and we closed into first position. Remember that we're working the right side, so we're pushing off of that right foot to close to first before transitioning to the next portion. Since we just brought in the right leg, I'm gonna move my left leg first to go to the left side of the room for the box step. I'm gonna go to the side first by taking a step out with my left foot, count 1. When I do that, I am then gonna drag my right foot to meet it, count 2 in coupe. So I stepped out 1, drag 2, 1 and 2. After you go to the side, you're gonna go to the back of the room, but you're gonna alternate your feet. Since I just dragged my right foot in, that's gonna be the foot that I step back with, 3, and then I drag the left foot, or the opposite foot, to 4, finding a coupe again. Notice I stayed in plie as I did that as well. So we just went to the side, we went to the back, we're gonna go to the side again. Stepping out with the opposite foot, 5, drag 6, and then once we go to the side, we go to the front. Step forward, 7, drag 8. So essentially, whichever foot drags on the previous step, that's the one that initiates the next step as we go through. So we went side and back and side, front, and we ended with our left foot in coupe. Once we finish the first half of the box step, we're just gonna reverse it. Since we just dragged our left foot in, we're gonna extend that one out first to go to the back, go to the side, side, to the front, and then to the side. But for here, once we get to that last side, we're actually gonna pull to a tendu and then close to first position to finish that off. So we went side, side, front, reversing it to go back and side and front and tendu, close first. And I'll give you a quick demo of what that looks like with the flag. Again, you're just keeping the spins consistent as you go through. So we just finished the lunges, we pushed off and we closed first. We go to the side first, side and back and side and front and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, tendu, and then close first position. Remembering, once you finish the first half of the box step, you just reverse the direction you went. Back side, front side to finish it off. Once you finish that last box step and tendu close back to first position, you're gonna finish off the right side by doing 8 more spins without body. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. On this last count 8, we do our regular finish back into our right center position. And then we do the same exact transition we did for the standard drop spins. So we switch 1, 2, 3, 4, switch 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we're at our left center to go into our left side. For the left side, the sequence stays the same. You're just obviously reversing which feet you lead with because you're working the opposite side. And then just a quick review of that sequence on the left side. We start with 8 regular spins to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. followed by our pliés, roll through in first position first. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reverse it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Remember that once we do that, we step out with the same foot of the side that we're working. So this will be our left foot to go into our second position, pliés, and then reversing it. We stay in second at the end of it. Then we go towards the leg that we're working. So left side first, find that plié, other side, extend. Remember to look away from the lunge and then look down during the plié. Then we reverse it. So we go through. Once we get to this lunge right here, we push off to find first position turned out for the next step, which will be our box step. We go to the side first, leading with the right foot first, dragging the left. Then we go to the back, to the side, to the front, and I end with my right foot in coupe. Then I reverse it, leading with that right foot, back, and, sorry, lost my balance there, and back, and side, and front. And remember, this will be the tendu to close first, but I tendu the right foot this time instead of the left foot on the other side. Once I do that, I finish with 8 more spins, followed by my regular stopping position and my same exact transition that we did on the other side. So as you're working on this exercise and trying to find a little bit more comfortability with the sequence and the additional body responsibilities, I want you guys to really focus on trying to make everything as smooth as possible. So obviously we know that our spins should be a consistent motion and it shouldn't be really choppy as we go through, but when you add body, there's a high chance of that increasing without you noticing. So really just think about what your flag is doing as you're trying to add the body in this exercise. Along with that, you also want to make the body as smooth as possible as well. You don't want it to be hit, 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 and down. You really want to make it one smooth motion where you never really stop moving as you go through this exercise. So you really take all the counts to work through the body as you're also taking all of the counts to work through the spin. That's what's really going to help you build strength and control over time. So just think about that as you're trying to work through this exercise. Anyways, that was our video on our spins with body exercise. I hope you guys enjoyed it and found it just a little bit extra challenging, which is always super exciting. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to like down below and comment any questions you may have in relation to this exercise or anything else related to color guard. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one, and happy spinning.